Welcome to Binh Phuoc radio, television station, and newspaper. And now, I have slide as usual. Binh Phuoc begin COVID-19 vaccination at industrial parks. Blood donation drive achieved 56% of the annual plan. 131 billion Vietnam dong for unemployment benefits and vocational training. United Nations lauded Vietnam's action in responding to climate change. Quảng Ninh tourism enjoy a strong recovery. Ladies and gentlemen, the Binh Phuoc Economic Zone Management Board, in cooperation with the Department of Health and the Provincial Labour Confederation, will hold a conference to promote COVID-19 vaccination at industrial park in Chương, Thanh and Hớn Quản districts.
The conference helped businesses and workers at industrial parks in the two districts of Chương, Thanh and Hớn Quản understand the importance and effectiveness of vaccinations against COVID-19. International studies have acknowledged that the effectiveness of the basic dose of COVID-19 vaccine decreases over time. People who have received the basic dose but not a booster remain at risk, and those who have had COVID-19 can be infected again, including both children and adults. Therefore, booster shots, including a third or fourth jab, are necessary, especially given the appearance of new variants.
Despite being impacted by COVID-19, Binh Phuoc Steering Committee for Voluntary Blood Donation held several blood donation drives in the first half of this year and collected thousands of blood units.
In the first half of the year, Binh Phuoc Steering Committee for Voluntary Blood Donations coordinated with the Blood Transfusion Center at Chợ Hospital in Ho Chi Minh City to hold 26 blood donation drives. A large number of people from all walks of life gave blood to save lives. The blood donation drives are strictly organized to ensure safety and disease prevention and control. Some 7,600 blood units were collected, or 56% of the annual target, with a repeat donor rate of 65%. In the remaining months of the year, the steering committee will continue to hold voluntary blood donation drives to surpass the target of 15,000 blood units.
The labor market in Binh Phuoc province had gradually stabilized and returned to normal since the beginning of the year, but the number of applications for unemployment benefits is increasing.
In May, the Employment Service Center of Binh Phuoc Province received nearly 1,560 applications for unemployment benefits, with 1,500 applications approved. In June, it received 1,577 new applications, up 1.16%. The total number of applications for unemployment benefits in the first half of the year totaled 8,340, of which 7,895 applicants were eligible to receive unemployment benefits, totaling nearly 130.8 billion Vietnam dong. The Central also processed 44 applications for unemployment benefits with vocational training support, totaling more than 268 million Vietnam dong. It has also terminated over 4,560 applications for unemployment benefits, of which 4,380 applications expired. Nearly 150 people found jobs. 10 people did not notify the center about their efforts to find work for 3 months, and 20 people received pensions instead.
The United Nations and the International Organization of La Francophonie needs to strengthen cooperation further to promote the implementation of Sustainable Development Goals through South-South and tripartite cooperation, said Ambassador Đặng Hoàng Giang, permanent representative of Vietnam to the United Nations at the meeting in Geneva on July the 7th.
Ambassador Đặng Hoàng Giang, permanent representative of Vietnam to the UN, reaffirmed Vietnam's commitment at the 26th UN Climate Change Conference of the party to achieve the net zero emissions by 2050. He suggested the UN and the international organizations of La Francophonie work together to support developing countries in fulfilling their commitments in this area. UN Secretary General Guterres spoke highly of Vietnam's urgent actions in responding to climate change. He spotlighted the significance of the South-South and tripartite cooperation in promoting the implementation of Sustainable Development Goals.
Bloomberg reported that Vietnam's economic growth accelerated faster than expected in the second quarter of this year, as a recovery in exports and manufacturing helps offset risk from coronavirus outbreak and rising oil price.
The US-based news agency cited data from the General Statistics Office of Vietnam as saying the Vietnamese economy expanded 7.72% year-on-year in the April-June period compared to 5.05% of the previous quarter. That was quicker than the median estimate for a 5.9% gain in Bloomberg survey and highest level since at least the first quarter of 2013. Bloomberg reported the gains in momentum coincide with Vietnam emerging as one of the alternative destinations for foreign investment amid trade disruptions from China's lockdowns, the war in Ukraine, and the lingering tensions between Beijing and Washington. The economy also benefited from fiscal stimulus worth about $15 billion and an easy monetary policy that makes the State Bank of Vietnam one of the last few to resist the global tightening cycle, it said.
Ladies and gentlemen, with a high coverage of COVID-19 vaccination and responsible control of the pandemic, the northeastern coastal province of Quảng Ninh were one of the first localities to reopen tourism in mid-March, and by late June, the area had received 5.5 million visitors, more than half the target set for the year.
Quảng Ninh offers diverse attractions to travelers. The most famous one, both domestically and internationally, is Hạ Long Bay, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Though not a new destination, Quảng Ninh is able to attract tourists by constantly offering new products and new services. Recently, the province introduced several new products, namely cruising trips at night, helicopter tours over Hạ Long Bay, or seaplane trips, which give guests new experience in admiring the beauty of Hạ Long Bay at night or from the sky. The Provincial People's Committee attributed the good size of tourism to its measure to stimulate demand, such as organizing events and festivals. All destinations in the province have reopened to visitors. In particular, Quảng Ning's hosting of competitions of 7 sports in SEA Games 31, along with the organization of events such as Carnival Hạ Long and Áo Dài Festival, has helped attract crowds of visitors, including international travelers to the province. Quảng Ninh recorded an estimated 5.5 million tourists in the first 6 months of this year, up 120% from the same time in 2021. Total revenues from tourism activities were estimated at about $520 million, a year-on-year surge of 130%, and equivalent to 147% of the figure in the development scenario for the first half. In the later half of 2022, Quảng Ninh province aims to attract 5 million more visitors and earn 10 trillion Vietnam dong from tourism.
Thanks for watching BPTV News. Goodbye and see you next time.